2405. Representative Gelser.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Bill 2405 would allow the Department of Consumer and Business Services to establish a one-stop, integrated, full-service, statewide electronic construction permitting program. This would streamline the current permitting and plan review processes used by the 130 local jurisdictions that issue thousands of permits annually. This bill builds upon a program established by Senate Bill 713 in 2003, which allowed DCBS to launch a pilot program providing electronic access to building codes information and services in Clackamas, Washington, and Multnomah counties. The pilot program has allowed contractors to apply and pay for simple electrical, mechanical, and plumbing permits through a state-sponsored website. In 2005, House Bill 3097 expanded the pilot to other regions of the state. In recent years, the construction industry has boomed in Oregon, making it even more important for contractors to get quick project approval. Right now, the simple need to get a permit is often anything but simple. Too often, contractors have to travel to neighboring cities and counties, and sometimes to more distant parts of the state to get the permits and other approvals they need to start projects. House Bill 2405 would allow contractors to apply, pay, and receive permits online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as well as submit plans electronically for review and tracking. Making electronic plan review available online for contractors is good for contractors and for consumers. It will speed the building process because building designs could be reviewed while in development instead of waiting until the plans are complete. Problems could be solved earlier in the design process, and the review would be completed in a more timely fashion. In addition, the statewide program would standardize the building department processes across the state. This means less guesswork on the part of contractors about local requirements. The building industry could expect consistent and predictable permitting, inspection, and plan review services from participating jurisdictions. While the program will yield the benefits of standardization of permitting statewide, it preserves the ability for individual jurisdictions to set their rates and fees and to collect and manage their local revenue independently. Also, this is not a mandate on local government. The Building Codes Division would establish and administer the program and make the e-permitting system available across the state. The services offered can be tailored to meet local needs, but local communities will not be burdened with the responsibility of overseeing the implementation. The cost of the program would be paid for by an industry-supported surcharge on construction permit fees. The bill was drafted to provide maximum flexibility with respect to the surcharge in order to implement and fund the program by imposing a 5% surcharge, but allowing DCBS to set a lower surcharge amount as necessary to support the program. It can never be greater than 5%. For implementation, DCBS has forecasted a need for a 4% surcharge over a 10-year implementation period, and Mark Long of DCBS has sent a letter to all of the stakeholders assuring them of his commitment to that 4%. Although the statute allows a surcharge of up to 5%, DCBS plans to adopt a 4% surcharge by rule upon the effective date of the bill. DCBS has committed on the record that any future change from the 4% amount will occur with stakeholder discussion, participation, and support. The e-permitting program would be phased in over a 10-year period with an average annual cost of $4.5 million. The implementation will be in a phased approach, connecting 20 jurisdictions in the first 2 years, 30 additional jurisdictions in years 3 and 4, 30 more in years 5 and 6, and the remaining 52 jurisdictions in years 7 through 10. The cost information is reflected in the fiscal impact statement that should be included in your bill folders. You will note on that fiscal impact statement that the Legislative Fiscal Office reports that this bill does not require a subsequent referral to the Joint Committee on Ways and Means. Furthermore, the co-chairs of Ways and Means have stated their intention to include this entirely self-funded bill in the co-chair's budget. Again, the fees that are collected from the contractors are the fees that pay for the program, so it's completely self-funded. There are several reasons that I'm proud to support this bill. First, the program makes government more accessible and user-friendly. A statewide system will allow access to and real-time communication with the building department from any remote location across the state. In rural areas, this means contractors and their employees can spend less time on the road and more time on the job at the work site. This flexible, simplified process for pulling permits in rural and frontier areas will make it easier to comply with permitting laws. This may lead to better compliance and ultimately will benefit consumers by encouraging safer building construction. Secondly, my own experiences with the permitting process have made it clear that streamlining the process will not just save time and money, but also frustration. As a school board member involved with multiple capital construction projects and a private citizen building my own home, I know how frustrating it can be to have a schedule held up because of the difficulties of the permitting process. I'm sure many of you recognize that hassle as well. This bill will ease those burdens. Finally, this bill is good for business and for our economy. Allowing the electronic review of plans and access to building permits will save contractors, builders, and consumers time and money. This will have real benefits in my own legislative district, where construction businesses provide nearly 800 jobs and generate over $30 million of Benton County's annual payroll. Your districts will see similar benefits. Colleagues, this is a good bill that deserves passage. It received strong support in the Business and Labor Committee and is the result of diligent work in the interim. Already, Oregon's groundbreaking activities in e-permitting and related regulatory streamlining initiatives are recognized among the best practices in the nation. Now, Oregon is poised to lead the nation with the development of the first full-access, interoperable statewide e-permitting program in the nation. In fact, this bill that we're hearing today represents the single largest regulatory streamlining project for the construction industry in the United States. Oregon has a tradition of being the first out of the gate with fresh ideas. This bill continues that tradition of innovation and creativity. I hope you will join me in voting in favor of this smart, efficient bill. Thank you.